Hey, hello, how you doing? It's me. Sitting here just thinking again. Uh, Man, we have missed out on so many opportunities as a people to rise up. There. I mean, the powers that be have killed out all our leaders, all our spunk, all our zest, and we just take everything raw, no Vaseline. And so, through this whole coronavirus pandemic, quote unquote, which I believe was orchestrated uh, by the powers that be, in my opinion, uh, to do a lot of harm, but it also did some good if you really think about it. Me and my family have had more time to spend together and be out in nature and outdoors, and not just my family. I've noticed it all over New Orleans. People are doing more of themselves and being people and not robots. Going to 9 to 5 every day, hustling for $1 so you can pay bills and you don't focus on you as a person, man. We're not gonna be in this dimension forever. We have to leave this realm. You know, we have to. And you don't know what realm you're gonna go to when you leave this realm. And we want to elevate and go higher and higher. This is what we call heaven. We don't want to go to a lower dimension, which what we call hell, and live this whole cycle again, man. There's more to life than money and possessions, fame, and even sex, you know, and we have to realize this, so this is the perfect opportunity for us to rise up. The government is weakened, the and confused and discombobulated. The economy is trash. I'm telling you, this dollar ain't worth jack, homie. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to go be busting our butts in a couple of weeks for $1 that ain't worth nothing. The rich is hurting bad from this more than the poor, and we should take advantage of this opportunity to rise up for justice. We will never have equality because, man, man, equality in this country is an illusion, man. Freedom in this country is an illusion. And I'm just being real, you heard me? Like, there's more, and we holding on to this rat race, man. We holding on to a dead country. Man, we can be better in weeks, man. I know this. We can be better in weeks, man. We gotta galvanize ourselves, our family, and break this, man. These court systems. These court systems was designed to hurt us. I don't care if you freaking black doctor, lawyer, educator, whatever. This court system was not designed to give us advancements and liberties and justice. If you believe that, you're truly delusional. Okay? This educational system is trash. This is the perfect time to revamp education. This enslaving education they're teaching our children in schools, this bull crap education they're teaching us in college, got us in so much debt for a piece of knowledge that ain't worth shit. And you and I both know that shit we learn in college ain't shit. I went to college for 4 years, and it ain't worth shit. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for what? It's ridiculous. So it's time to rise up. But we're gonna let the moment pass because they're rushing to open up these cities quickly for money. They have no value about our health, our lives. They want to open as quick as possible so we can get back to the program of spending money, spending money, spending money, spending money. Work, 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 work. That's the program we've been running on for too long in this country, in the world. And this is the time to say, man, we're not having this no more. We're not. We can't keep living like this, man. Every day, hustling for $1, man. Like, when the last time you was able to sit down and relax yourself and go for walks and don't be on a time schedule like, man, I can't do this because I gotta go to work in the morning. or I can't go on vacation because I only got a week, or I can't do this because, like, man, that ain't life, man. A vacation is not a 5 day trip to the Bahamas or a 2 day trip by your aunt or your uncle, or going to California for a week. Man, that ain't no vacation, man. When the last time you was in nature? When the last time you plant or grow your own food? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are doing this stuff now. They're planting food, doing garden. Man, Home Depot and Lowe's and all these nurseries make hella fire money over there. Everybody are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody a gardener now and a backyard designer. Because people are using their natural uh, tendencies or desires. I don't know if I'm saying the right word, to want to be in tune with creation. You know, more people are walking, man. People I've never seen walk in my life go for walks. You know, I'm talking about real walks. You know, people out on the bayous and the lakes and riding bikes and skating and just doing stuff they never did, sitting on their porch, you know, eating crawfish or food or barbecuing. Like, people are doing that a lot, and I've never seen people do that so much. And it's good, man, because you're not in that rat race. Some people want to go back to the rat race tomorrow. Think they crazy, but this ain't life. It never will be life. You know, there's much more to our physical body, man, than a 9 to 5. You know, like, everybody, let's go back to normal. We never was normal. We always been abnormal as a society, and we keep doing it and doing it to it's like it's natural, but it's not natural. It's unnatural. I personally, before this, never felt comfortable waking up every morning going to work. You know, hustling for $1 at work, early in the morning, get off, you know, late in the afternoon, go home, you have about 4 hours, 5 hours to spend on your own, you know, cooking, cleaning, spending time with your kids, and then you got to go to sleep to start the cycle again. Just 5 days a week. When you got time for you, you know, your family, you know. You only get a week vacation, and you know you ain't going nowhere for a whole week because, you know, you might stay home. And if you do go somewhere for a week, you really don't have no money to do something extravagant like go out the country and experience other cultures and language, foods, you know, see how people live. You only got 7 days, and you got travel time to take away from your trip. So you probably only got 2 day vacation really. 365 days a year you work, giving people 40 hours a week of your life every day. And they give you 7 days, quote unquote, of vacation. Man, that's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. You do know it's bullshit. So why we gotta keep going back to this? Why we can't have mandates for when things go back to quote unquote normal? You know, we ain't gotta work 40 hours a week. They got other countries that don't work their people as hard as they work American people. We work our ass off and got nothing to shoot but fucking bills and bills. You know, we have so many vices, you know, drinking, smoking, you know, and partying and stuff. And the stuff that we do, we just put money back into the system that don't give a shit about us. Fucked up health care system, you know, and that you think about it, not everybody want to be safe and sanitized and all of the bullshit. But nobody was worrying about that before this. About your health and you be able to get sick and all this other stuff. It was all about $1. $1. And we want dollars so we can buy stuff that we really can't afford. You know, we only doing it for ourselves, and I think about future generations. Like we didn't even make our own toilet paper, man. We don't know how to make hand sanitizers, none of that. Like, we struggle through this, man. We didn't even know how to make a face mask, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, ourselves. So, like, we missing out on the universe, man. Like, this 9 to 5 shit is prison. I want you to think about it. Like, man, we gotta find a way to free ourselves from this cycle. You know, I have a cousin in Atlanta who I've been talking to, and he was educating me on this Brunswick situation. Now, for many of y'all who know me, I used to be an activist, very active when I was in Georgia. I had organizations. I wrote. I worked with a lot of black activist organizations. I ghostwritten in papers for them. I planned meetings for a lot of activist organizations in Georgia and Louisiana. I was the undercover guy behind a lot of stuff that you don't know about, you know. And my cousin called me, like, man, there's an issue in Brunswick, man. We gotta go down there, man. Like, man. I said, man, I don't know. I said, because this type of stuff always happens to us as people. And all we do is bitch 5, 6, 7 days. And then it died down. And then it happens again. We never really stand up, you know, and my prayers go out, my energy go out to that family, you know, that brother that lost his life. And this has to stop, but it'll never stop if we keep the cycle up. You know, we're being delusional. How many black men and women have been murdered by Caucasians and police officers and, you know, just dumb shit, man. You know, like the cycle gonna keep going until we break the cycle. But I don't actually see us breaking a cycle. I don't. I know it can be done. But our people are so looped up in this bullshit. Like, I know you've seen The Matrix. And in The Matrix, there was a part where there was a program with the red dress. You remember? You know? And Neo was walking down the street, and the young lady with the red dress walked by. He turned around, he looked, you know? And then when he turned back around, there was a gun pointed to his head. And just that quickly, he got distracted from what he had to do in an instant, you know. And later on in that same scene, I think, I haven't seen the movie in a while, so if I'm messed up, hey, forgive me. You know, Morpheus had said to him, hey, people are so trapped up in this system that they will protect the system that's trying to hurt them. And we so caught up in this idea of what life is that we actually are protecting the system that is designed to keep us under. There's no reason in 2020 we as African American men and women and children to be in the position that we are in, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. We are like this because we want to be like this. This is the reality. We are comfortable with being in a system that keep us enslaved. We're comfortable with that. We like it. We say to ourselves we want our own schools and hospitals. This is a wonderful thing. But when and if we get our own schools and hospitals, we want to run it the same way that the Europeans have ran theirs. You know, you're not going to get mandates and approvals and stuff like that if you don't run it the way they run it. You know, you got to run your school with the same curriculum. You got to run your hospitals with the same curriculum. It's just going to be the same thing but a different color. There's no reason why we should be the way that we are today. 2020, man. You hear that? 2020, man. Like, our families are destroyed, our children, black men and black women at odds, you know, in the sense of, like, I remember this video, movie or whatnot. It was called Watch Stacks. And, you know, it was with the comedians and Richard Pryor, and they had a concert after the Watts riot. Okay? in California. And if when you watch, I want you your homework is I want you to find this, watch stats, the concert after the riot, and I want you to watch it and listen to the language of black people. You know what I'm saying? Listen to how black women were referring to their men. Man, it was so positive, man. You know, look how we were dressing and our hairstyles, and look how the black men were talking about their women, calling them queens and goddesses, and and stuff like that. And the women were calling their man, oh, that's my man, the black man, the God, and here today, we didn't even refer to each other like that. We know good niggas, bitches, and hoes, and stuff like that. We lost that level of respect for one another, but we don't value one another, so we treat each other like bullshit, you know. And we just falling off, man. Like I remember one part of that of Watch Stats where sister said, "Yeah, my man fuck up a lot sometimes, but he's my man, and I support him, and I'm praying for him, and I know the Lord gonna get him together, and so on and so forth." And like you don't hear that today most times. Like, man, when a man mess up or when a woman mess up, straight jugular vein, and there's no room for forgiveness, growth, or development. We just straight cut through with one another, but we are not that way with our oppressors. Our oppressors do us, women, our oppressors do us way worse than any nigga could do you. And every morning, you wake up and go to his job and work for him and respect him so he can give you money. You don't cuss that motherfucker out like you do your man at home. It's yes, boss, yes, boss, for $1. And brothers, we don't respect our woman. We respect these jobs. We bust our ass on these jobs and hustling for money, but we don't do it for our family and our wives and our ladies. Like, there's no respect across the board, and we are just falling. This fall that we have was designed by oppressors, and they started this shit 40, 50 years ago, man. This cycle, and we dragging the cycle along to the next generation, the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. And we're going to keep being at the bottom, and those who designed the system are going to keep being at the top. This coronavirus was a blessing for us to get off our ass, but we didn't see it. And the virus was a wake up. And it affected a lot of African Americans who had health issues, like diabetes, heart problems, and but if you have bad health, your health, your habits, your health habits, your physical habits are bad, you are in jeopardy of getting fucked up by corona. I know we love to eat good food. I'm one of those people. I live in New Orleans. Love good food. You gotta stop eating that shit so much. You gotta exercise. You gotta eat a little better. I ain't telling you to start eating what you're eating. You gotta minimize it. It's the only truthful, right? We gotta do better for ourselves, man. Like, I feel bad because we bringing this shit to another generation, and I personally don't see us breaking a cycle at this moment, but I know it can be done. It could be done. I want it to be done. For me, it's hard to even operate in this shit. Like, my wife, like, I be out of it a lot. And it be because a lot of stuff, and part of it is, I know this system we live in is bullshit, man, and it bothers my brain, man, so much. It's so abnormal for me to be working in a system, on a job for somebody, and I'm an outdoor guy. I like outdoors. I like planning. I like hiking, bike riding, fishing, water. I'm an out person, man. Like this this schedule shit just fuck with me, man. It just do so bad. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for my family. I want to provide food, shelter, and water. You know, naturally. Man, why is we paying people for water and electricity? Man, the freest being on the planet right now is animals. And I know you might have some comments about what I'm about to say, but you know, a bird can go out and drink water for free, build his home for free, and so does other animals. You know, we both created with the same energy. But we put on ourselves, the necessities of life we charge each other for. Now, some stuff is not necessities, it is luxury. The necessities of life, water, electricity, shelter, man, come on, man. Seriously. I mean, if you believe in a God or creator or whatever, and we put in this planet, or this prison, which I call it, like that's ample enough everything for everybody to have something. It really is. Somebody decided, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna charge you for it. And that's bullshit. It really is. I got so much I could say and want to say, but I'm gonna do a part two. I'm gonna stop here at 22 minutes. Have a good day.